Baba said, that you do nothing for Baba. You're doing everything for yourself. Baba is the bestower. So even being with Baba, remembering him means to live with him as a being that is absolute reality, is for one's own sake. Baba doesn't get anything out of it. But he does everything. He has created this sacrificial fire. So that the beings can sacrifice the costume of body as I and mine, and the mind as I and mine. That's why Baba says the whole knowledge is in Man, Mana, Bhava. This is how he protects the innocence of the soul. Is it clearly seen why Baba is Karan Karavanhan? Why is he the director of the play? When the play is all on automated autoplay, how is he the director then? Why is Baba Karan Karavanhar? He said it's very easy to achieve success. What success? easy to achieve success when it's remembered and seen clearly that Baba is doing everything. He's talking to the soul, who in this moment, who's with him, knowing that Baba and I are together. Aware of the dynamics of the inner world. So then I'm being guided by Baba. Because then mouth is being used by him, mind is being used by him, body is being used by him, for him, with him. He keeps the soul beyond the scripted mind. That is why he's the director. Because in the soul follows Shriki Mat, dictates of God. Whilst being aware of the dictates of mind, this is the beautiful guidance and protection Baba brings for the soul at this time. Prevents the soul from mixing with the dictates of the mind. This is the highest protection. Because only then the highest karma is possible. So always behind the eyes. See it very clearly. Baba and I are together combined. He's giving what is needed. In this moment. Then it's like Baba and I are using the body together. But if something else, some dictates of the mind feel real, feel me. And that's what's using the body and the mind. So listen with him, speak with him, move with him. And you see how the innocence of you is protected by the innocent Lord. Soon Maya and Ravan, the scripted mind, starts to feel distant and foreign. The old sanskars, the old nature, the old narrative. All start to feel unreal and imaginary. And the innocence of being, in which thinkingness can arise and subside. But the being is uncontaminated in Baba's protection. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Shanti. We'll take today's Sakar Murli, some points from Sakar Murli. Yeah. Sweet child, this study is for you to change from human beings into deities. Don't make the slightest mistake in this study. If you simply sleep and eat, but don't study, you will repent a great deal. A study to change from human beings into deities. Only God can do that. How does he do it? He changes you from human beings into deities.
Through this knowledge.
Through this knowledge.
And also Baba says in the Murli, I give you the knowledge, so you have to judge, understand. Then you imbibe that.
And Baba said, no, the soul imbibes the sanskars. Now, it's very important to understand how Baba makes a soul from human being into a deity. Because Baba here said, just as Father Brahma puts everything into the sacrificial fire, that is, he surrendered everything. So follow the Father in the same way. The way to make progress is to put your offerings into the sacrificial fire of Rudra created by the Father. That is to become a helper of the Father. However, you should never ever think, I helped this much or I gave this much. The Father is the bestower. You take from him. You don't give to him. So this is how Baba is saying, no, you become from human beings into deities by putting everything in the sacrificial fire. So what do we put in the sacrificial fire?
Only objects.
Only objects? Okay. What else?
Everything is object only. We cannot put the subject, so only object. Whatever we see, whatever connection with this object, all surrendered.
Yeah, we sacrifice this whole inner drama to Baba, which Sister Rupa is saying, all of this is object and soul is the subject, right? So we sacrifice this I and mine. Yeah? That is what we put in the sacrificial fire of Rudra. Yeah? And then Baba is saying, then it is easy to follow Father Brahma, right? Because Maya has put you into a deep sleep of Kumbhakarna. Awaken from the sleep of ignorance. There's ignorance throughout the whole world. When a new soul comes, he shows his power. A new soul enters to establish a religion, and so his name is glorified. Here, there is no question of power. You say, Shiv Baba, we have come to claim the inheritance of heaven from you. So why Baba is saying that new souls show their power, whereas here it's not a question of power. Here it's not a question of power, but the new souls show their power. A new soul enters to establish a religion, and so his name is glorified. But here there is no question of power.
So is this Baba talk about those are the founders of the religion, those who came late? I mean, it's later, not in this golden age and silver age. So those are the soul have the power when they came. But right now, as we are with Baba, is not the power. It's just like power of the souls to recognize, not the occult power, which says um,
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
now they use the power of different ways, but not the
Mhm.
power of soul power.
It is a question of soul power, isn't it? But why is Baba saying that soul, like what you said, the first half is, yeah, like, yes, the new souls, when they come, they can perform many different, tactics and tricks. They can produce a gold watch. They can, do some things which can maybe look like it's very powerful, right? And what Baba is saying is that it's not a question of power. It is a question of what?
Because powerhouse is with us,
Uh-huh.
and I and powerhouse is together, and the God man is my man mana bhav I became. Then Karan Karavan Har will do all the work. We don't need any power.
Mm-hmm.
He himself will do everything from no need for power. Don't need any power.
Uh-huh. Actually, what Baba is saying, good, very good to see everybody giving their input. It's very nice to hear everybody sharing. Thank you. But anybody else? Yeah. Anyone else? Before?
Om Shanti. ओम शांति। हम बाबा के बच्चे, मैं कौन हूँ, मेरा कौन है, घर कहाँ है और कर्तव्य क्या है, पूरा जान लिया है। और उसी स्वरूप में ही है कर्तव्य क्या है। वो बाकी जो आत्माएं है, जो साधु, जो न्यू आत्माएं है, जो आते धर्म स्थापन करने के लिए, वो त्रिकालदर्शी नहीं है, हम त्रिकालदर्शी है। ये है।
Yes, all answers are beautiful and right. Yeah. And one more thing we can add to it is, like Baba is also saying, it's a question of study. Yeah. The other new souls are coming, they're not coming here to teach you anything, right? It's not a study, it's not a Vishwavidyalaya, it's not a university, it's not a school, it's not a college. Here you have to study with God as your teacher, right? So it's not just about some power to perform some temporary magic, yeah? But here it is about study, and you have to be very much a student here. That is why Baba is saying that it is not a question of power, because you have to claim your inheritance of heaven by studying. Yeah? By paying attention to yourself, by knowing who you are in the midst of the world which is sleeping in the sleep of Kumbhakarna. Yeah? So it's a study. So that's what Baba is meaning here. Of course, you need power, and we take Baba's power, as Sister Indu said. We take Baba's power. Yeah? And soul is using Baba's power and feeling his power. It's not like I am doing anything. Baba is the one who's doing everything. Yeah? But it is a matter of study also. We are in a college, in a university. Yeah? That is why. So Baba is saying that you're called your godly birthright, child. You are the child of God. Although earthquakes, etc., continue to take place, all the innumerable religions also have to be destroyed. So how are the religions being destroyed? Coming to the original religion of the soul, right? That's the only way. The original religion of the soul will destroy all the bodily religions. The drama will end. At this time, we will then now go to Baba and then go into the new world. At this time, we are Brahmins of this sacrificial fire. This is the biggest of all sacrificial fires. All human beings are sleeping in the deep sleep of Kumbhakarna, exactly as they did 5,000 years ago. Do you feel that we also sleep in our sleep at times during the day? So is the rest of the world Kumbhakarna, or am I also at times Kumbhakarna?
Yeah, actually, sister, yes, because we're forgetting who am I, or some Baba forgetting. So it means I'm sleeping.
Yeah. And you know what? This one was having a shower, and I could see that Baba and I are together, and I could see that there were some other thoughts wanting to come. And kind of whilst doing my action, those thoughts wanted to be there whilst I was performing the action, right? So it was more like, who is at that time running the show? Kumbhakarna is running the show at that time. But because you're with Baba, you can see how these thoughts and certain images wanting to seep in and be present there in place of Baba and I. They want to replace Baba and I and just be present there. And if I don't pay attention, I get lost in it, and I'm still performing the action of having a shower. But who is performing the action? Some mental movie is going on whilst performing the action, and we don't even know we are lost in it.
We have the live entertainment with us.
Mm-hmm.
No need for TV. And the mind entertainment is always on.
Yeah. That is why Baba is saying, sacrifice this whole inner movie to me. And you will start seeing that Baba and I are seeing, and I'm washing the dishes, and I could see that there is an image coming of some past scene that is, I can see my mind is stuck. And I was lost for 10 seconds, 15 seconds in that. So for 10, 15 seconds, who was using the body?
दीदी अभी यही परखना यही चल रहा है, कितना मतलब स्क्रिप्टेड चल रहा है, बोल कितना बाबा यूज कर रहे हैं, बस यही चल रहा है, कर्मा और कुछ नहीं, यही देखना।
बिल्कुल यही चेकिंग है सिर्फ। It is Baba and I behind the eyes, or is it someone else behind the eyes using the body? That's the only checking we are focused on.
That's what Baba said on Sunday. You know, have introversion.
Yeah.
Forget about your mind. Manmanabhav, you know, so introversion is the key. Don't listen to your mind.
Exactly. Even today, Manmanabhava, that's the whole essence of the whole Gyan. Otherwise, yes, please speak.
Practically speaking, I am telling the truth. When I attend the class for 1.5 hours, then little bit I and Baba are combined in that moment. Rest I forget mostly.
That's no problem. No problem. So what we will do is we will start keeping little bit more attention. That is all, right? And just like, you know, making it like this is the guiding principle for me in this life now. It is Baba and I are combined and then coming into action. If this is my guiding principle, then you will find that principle itself will guide you to be with Baba. Yeah? Now, nothing else will run this mind and body except Baba and I together. And we will observe if there's something else trying to come in, trying to, trespass and invade my privacy with my Baba, So we can really see all of that. Yeah? Because more we begin to really understand that the whole process has to be spoken as someone in my mind. Yeah? Whenever mind is speaking, it is speaking as someone. Always.
Or roommate, same thing, na?
Yeah, roommate. Absolutely. There's always a roommate speaking. Yeah? And we, the beings, are really paying attention, even as I'm speaking, paying attention. Baba and I are together. Baba and I, and it helps to keep a small, slight pause in between two words. Slowing down, maybe it helps. Yeah? In your listening, keep a distance between two words that you're listening to. See, you're sitting with Baba and listening. See how you listen then. These are the small, small things doing karma yoga. If we pay attention to, then Baba's living with Baba is constant. And being aware of the mind at the same time is constant. Yeah? It's very, very important. Karma yoga. Yeah? So that's why Baba is saying all human beings are sleeping in the deep sleep of Kumbhakarna child, exactly as they did 5,000 years ago. And what is putting them to sleep? What is putting them to sleep? Now, who will bring them light? Yeah, in this way, whole Murli is working with me. Yeah. So who will bring light? It has been explained to you, my child, that there cannot be light without the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Yeah? So why is it that everybody's sleeping in Kumbhakarna? Sleep?
Just a thought away, they're trapped in the mind. Trapped in the mind, the thoughts of the mind, and not knowing about themselves and Baba.
Yes. Get
For
attacked.
63 births, we have been doing this only. And now we are so easily trapped by this roommate and we get identified with this mind. And so we sleep. With me, it happens like when I'm doing work, that time too I forget. Suppose if I'm talking, but then if I sit and sit for longer time, then only for some time ऐसा लगता है कि मैं बाबा के साथ हूँ. अदरवाइज फिर काम करते बात करते तो ऐसा लगता है भूली हुई. Then when I sit at one place for थोड़ी देर के लिए अपने attention को लाती हूँ तब लगता है कि हाँ अभी मैं फिर बाबा के साथ हूँ. बट ये सारे दिन में बहुत कम ही होता है.
You know, the reason is that the soul is not knowing that I am still, whether my body is moving with a fast speed or a slow speed, I'm still still. You know, somehow we keep forgetting that my stillness is not changing. even when I'm in movement of my body. Yeah. And even when we were listening, when Sujata was speaking, so behind Sujata, how many of you were sitting in with Baba, or with all the souls there, and then listening is happening?
Sister, here the focus was just on self.
Yeah. So were we sitting with Baba on all the souls together and then observing our mind?
अभी तो
What is
रूम में बोल नहीं रहा, अभी तो ऐसा लग रहा है अभी तो बाबा सोल के साथ, बाबा के साथ ही बैठे हैं, क्योंकि अभी रूममेट कुछ नहीं बोल रहा, वो चुप है। और सोल के सोल ही बैठा हुआ है बाबा के साथ। बट ये अवेयरनेस, ये थॉट अभी नहीं आया था, आपने पूछा तो लगा कि अभी तो रूममेट कुछ नहीं बोल रहा है, इसका मतलब सोल के साथ ही हम बैठे हैं।
मतलब आप आत्मा खुद सोल हैं और बाबा के पास बैठे हैं। ये अटेंशन देना, at least on the listening side, we have to start paying attention to this. That who is listening? Yeah. And it will really be helpful. Baba and I are together and observing my mind whilst listening. Listening is an activity that will happen regardless. Speaking is an activity that you need more attention, extra attention. Yet how do you, whilst speaking, stay with Baba? And that is where either being see, you need to take a certain pause between two words.
Otherwise, you come from the place of reaction, of the old sanskars, which are jumping out there to speak that way.
Otherwise, the ordinary identity is just speaking. But can I feel and not feel, but can I know that I am still in silent whilst I'm in sound and movement? Those who can get this karma yoga will become very easy for you. Very easy.
sister?
Yes.
While speaking, we can have the picture of the Bap Dada while they come in Guljar Dadi in Diamond Hall. That picture we can keep in our. Is it good or not? I have mind.
No, very good, very good. If nothing else is working and that is what is working, then keep that.
Because
Helps.
very slow, there is a lot of the stimulus, very slow flow, na? Even any word like that, we can do that speaking.
Yeah, if it helps, you can.
In mind is also coming na, at that moment, word mind is also coming.
No, if in the mind is maybe holding that image of Dadi and whatever Baba Bab Dada coming in that body, and if it really helps in the beginning, that's perfectly fine too. Yeah. Whatever keeps you aware of what your mind is doing whilst you're with Baba. Not deluded by it, but being aware of it. Not being one with it, but being at a distance from it. Yeah. So that is why Baba is saying that they all are sleeping in Kumbhakarna. Why? Because this moment, this experience that I'm having is feeling very real and very alive. Because I am giving life to it. But as I'm speaking, the words are already becoming history. They're already becoming history. As I'm speaking, they're becoming history. But am I aware of this truth that it's a passing show that's going on in front of me? Me, not Rini, me, the soul. In front of my eyes, not the physical eyes, in front of me, the soul and the mind's eye. There are many things are happening here and it's passing show here. And in front also, then there is a passing show. Then I will not sleep in Kumkarna sleep. And really pay attention. You will find it becomes easy, especially where you don't need much thinking, like when you're washing dishes and when you are cooking or when you are cleaning or when you are listening. These are the times when it's very easy to really be with Baba and be aware of what your mind is doing at the same time. And you will find when you're with Baba, mind will stop thinking. And then suddenly it will come up with something and you will find you're lost in it for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And then you will again see, oh, okay, Baba, did you see? It was just illusion running the body just now. That's okay. But I'm with you already and I'm awake in this moment. And I'm really seeing that illusion was running, but I'm forever present. And within me, all these things were happening. This will start to become more and more clear for you. And then you'll be in few minutes you still feeling no thought thinking is happening in the mind and you're with Baba and I, and then again few seconds will go and then some scene will be there which you will be lost in. Again you will realize after a few seconds or maybe minutes, I don't know, whatever the practice is at this point, and you will realize, okay, illusion again. The moment you wake up, Baba, illusion was running. Next, that very moment, you're not again with Baba. It's not like you were not with Baba, but it's like you woke up in his lap. So pay attention. Don't worry about things outside. This one thing, if you can get it, do not worry about how things are unfolding outside. Just don't worry about it. It will happen on its own. Yeah? It will. Need not worry. Yeah? So that's why Baba is saying, child, I bring light. Without the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, there is no light. Yeah? You now have come into extreme light, and so you can go and ask them. Extreme light, huh? With Baba. Extreme light means what? Being Trikaldarshi. You can now be aware at all three dimensions. You know you're egoless, thoughtless, bodiless being. You're aware your mind is creating images and thoughts and sound. But you know you are silent, still, thoughtless, imageless, egoless, bodiless being. And you're also using the body, which is constantly moving, changing, coming into action, slow, fast. It's a constant movement. When are you ever still with your body except when you're sleeping, tell me? Or when you're just even sitting in meditation, your body is still moving somewhat or the other. This is where Baba keeps telling us that you are bodiless, bodiless, bodiless. So somebody called me up and they said that they have a terrible headache and a migraine and so many thoughts that they are seeing now. And it's like, it's feeling, it is like the head is so heavy. And the soul is listening with Baba. And I said, does the soul have head? You're headless. Do you have a head? The head is heavy. Are you feeling heavy or the head is feeling heavy? The body's head is heavy, not you. You're just experiencing the heaviness of the head. That's it. This is being bodiless. Somebody asked Prakash Mani Dadi, na? They said, Dadi, you are the head of the organization. I can't exactly remember what she said, but very beautifully, she said along those lines, I'm paraphrasing her. She said, you have to have a head to be the head of the organization. Something like that. If anybody knows, they can definitely correct me.
I never feel myself as head of the whole institution. Otherwise, it will become headache to me.
Headache to me. The soul has no head, no body, nothing. If any experience is coming, it's in the head of the body, not you. What is God's task? God has come here with a lot of extreme light, which means what? You will see extreme forms of Maya. That is what extreme light means. Because there's a very big misunderstanding now that when God comes, it will be, I will have no problems as Rini, and also I will have no, Maya should not be there if God has come.
Baba said in Murli the other day, you become the light and might. Lightness is from the knowledge and might is from Baba's yoga.
Yeah, so you have the power in that light to see with the might of Baba all the Maya within you. This is extreme light of Baba. Yeah? Because the devotion part of what God does when he comes is very much still living in our minds. And when God comes means what? Be ready. You will see every form of Maya. Be ready. If you're with God, you'll see everything. Crystal clarity. Every hidden cobweb in the corner of the house of your mind and body, you will see. You need extreme light, no, to see all those hidden cobwebs. Can you see it in the darkness?
That's why Baba says, be a searchlight.
Yeah. So that's why Baba is so beautiful, no? It's like he's saying that I bring extreme light. Now, what does that mean? He will dispel all the belief systems you've had. He's just totally challenging everything when he comes. Completely challenging everything. What you thought was happiness is not happiness. What you thought was sorrow is not sorrow. What you thought was peace is not peace. What you thought was joy is not joy. What you thought was your self-respect is not self-respect. He's challenging everything when he comes.
That's why he says, die alive. Whatever you learned, whatever you know, scriptures, Vedas, nothing.
Nothing. Just die to everything. Whatever you've learned so far, forget everything that you've learned so far.
Baba says, you do nothing. Just surrender yourself and be light. That's beauty. Do nothing.
Yeah, but most importantly, he's challenging everything. What you believed yourself to be, you are not. And what you believe the bodily relations, they are not yours. They don't even exist. Now, how many will hold his hands?
And that's Baba says, how this body created so many relationship, uncle, aunt, this, that. But you know that Brahman life has only two relationship, Bab Dada and brother sister. That's it. No more expansion. Only come this essence, only two relationship. Remember, that's it.
And the beauty is, more we understand it like that, you really experience true soul conscious love amongst all relationships. So many times I have seen, being with Baba, I can see mind creating irritation with the aspects of the dramas, whatever you call the parts that play around you. And I can see how that irritation has no power over you, that sanskara just bows down to you and Baba's love comes into action. So many times I have seen. During the day, probably 15, 20, 30 times.
Sister, here at times, Baba's Murli on Sunday seemed like was for me, because those thoughts of irritation, there were scenes in the drama where I didn't approve of those actions of what were being done with Baba's money. And could see getting trapped, kunkarna, sleeping in that and get carrying with the thought of irritation and a little bit of anger also. And ego didn't even ask me before committing to such a big amount or doing whatever. But then later stepping back and seeing it at that soul had to play that part. It was in the script. So why even getting into that script? There's nothing. So then later that coming, but at times we become the sleepy Kumkarna.
Doesn't mean that you don't speak. That doesn't mean you don't speak.
Things were, for a moment, there was that Baba's Murli, that silent treatment, being silent, but still the mind was still speaking. And then said, not going to speak. But then later some words did come out, and could see that there was no love and respect for that soul's action, for that part.
Yeah.
Could truly see that it was not coming from that pure place, and that soul was also feeling it, right? Because if that energy is not of pure wishes,
yeah, the
so
soul will catch it.
Yeah, soul can also catch it, and then later was kind of scrutinizing and self-realizing it, that there were the pure wishes, the bhav and the bhavna was mixed up. Even if it was trying to be silent, the mind was speaking, and it was having its ego, it was having its irritation. And for a few seconds, or for maybe a minute or two, it was carried in that irritation and ego.
So when you woke up?
But waking up, then there was love and respect and total acceptance of the drama, complete acceptance and no complaints of any sort.
Yeah.
And kind of said, okay, take this one, Scar, this is Baba's stuff. So Baba is giving through you whatever Baba has to give. Then the attitude shifted, everything kind of shifted.
Yeah.
And I said, this is all, everything is surrendered to Baba. So what is even mine here?
Yeah.
Whatever part you do, you do. So but then there was this question coming. At what point things were spoken later? Maybe it was supposed to be in the drama, because that soul's part was not to ask or not to consult before making that decision. So I think that Baba's knowledge of drama is a very, very big thing. Extremely helpful. Extremely. It's so liberating.
Yeah. Yeah.
So liberating.
Yeah. And you will find that you will be speaking in places but it will come from a place of love and respect. At least this one has found that whenever it's like any kind of other human feeling comes up, the soul sees with Baba, it's like sitting in the womb of Baba and feeling what he's feeling, usually a very jocular and a funny way of saying something comes out. It's like, you're not in a very lighter note, you are saying something. That's what one has seen.
If not mixed up.
Yeah, it's not mixed up. And it's on a very light note, and it's in a very funny way. I don't even know how to say it. It's just very funny way. You're not serious, but you're still giving a very powerful message to them.
You're wrapping it up. The gift
Yeah,
wrap with a bow in it.
yeah, it's just literally like it happens to be like that. So you're dishing out, but dishing out with love and respect as a gift wrapping.
Yeah, that was the checking here later, that there was things were spoken, but that respect and the love wasn't there because it was trapped in the act.
Mm-hmm.
And the love and respect of the soul was mixed, was more defining of not approving of that act.
Mm-hmm.
And then later, seeing it with Baba, it was total acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
And there was love and respect for that part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like things are maybe not happening according to this part's desire. And you, the soul with Baba, can see that aspect of the mind also, that this part is feeling, oh, things are not happening the way I think is right. And you are aware in Baba's lap of that, but you're also aware of that soul and the seed and its own tree and its own part that it is bound by. So because
Right.
you're aware at all three levels, I find that the chances of you getting caught up in this second layer will be minimum to none.
It's much faster, much faster. Once, even if it was, it's much faster than what it was before.
Yeah, very good. So coming and stepping out of it was much faster.
Yeah, because especially felt like the amount was bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and the ego was speaking. At least some consult, something should have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, this is why Baba is challenging our experience of what love is, what respect is, child. What you have learned all this time, what love is and what respect is, not what love and respect is.
Yeah, that's the true soul. Love as a soul.
Yeah. So that is why he's really turning everything upside down for us. And because we have been literally hanging upside down. So he's now putting us the right way up, actually. That's the best way to see it. Baba is putting us the right way up, and we were hanging upside down. In everything, every definition our mind has held so far is being challenged. You name it, and it's the complete opposite of what Baba is teaching. Complete opposite. So Baba is saying, the Father now says, O souls, it is the soul that speaks, child. You are asked, who are you? You would instantly say, Baba, I'm a soul and I'm studying with you. Baba is saying, I'm a soul. The soul says to Baba, Baba, I'm a soul and I'm studying with you. You have now received this knowledge, child. So you, the soul, study through these organs. The soul and the body are two separate things. Please don't mix the two. The soul and the body are two separate things. What is the separation? Soul and the body being two separate things. What does it mean? Why Baba emphasizes this so much?
As we always says, Baba says, body is nothing because of this image of the body. Mind is created, so you have to separate from the mind. So soul and
Right now, just soul and body.
body, yes.
So why is soul and body so separate? Why Baba is saying soul is different, body is different? Why?
Because soul is a living being.
Yeah.
Body is non-living being. Soul has all recording.
What else?
The soul is the master to use the body, but not the body used to the soul.
Yes. What else?
The Baba is saying, so that you don't get into that person identity or being identified with this body. That's why, which is because of
the mind.
The thought.
Just the soul and the body. Why? Why Baba is saying soul and body are two separate things. You now know that a soul takes a body and then sheds. He imbibes sanskars. So why Baba is emphasizing soul and body are two separate things?
Because soul is a peaceful, Om Shanti is soul.
Yeah.
And while body has five senses, बोलना, सुनना, चलना, उठना, ये कानों से सुनना, ये मुंह से बोलना, ये सारे साइलेंस में होकर ही सोल इनको सुनती है. मतलब इनके उसमें प्रभाव में, क्योंकि सोल है तभी ये सूंघ सकते हैं, सोल है तो आंखों से देख सकते हैं. तो बॉडी के 5 जो कर्म इंद्रियां हैं, वो सोल की वजह से ही, साइलेंस में होते हुए भी सोल उसको साउंड का एंजॉयमेंट कर रही है. साइलेंस उसका अपना धर्म है, फिर भी वो कानों से सुनती हुई, उसको मालूम है डेट वही लिविंग बीइंग है, उसके बिना वो पांचों, नथिंग कैन बी डन बाय 5 कर्म इंद्रिया ना, डेड है वो.
There's one more thing. No, very good. One more thing.
So is it kind of that because soul is bodiless? It's just that tiny point which is coming, is using it as a chariot. That's why Baba said it comes and it takes the body. So that separation, Baba is making it very clear, that separation between the two, that it's a tiny point, the bodiless is coming and using this body to play its part and using the sense organs. So it's the charioteer here.
Yeah.
So it's the master, it's the self-sovereign that is separate. It's creating that separation.
Baba is saying why soul and body are two separate things, because whatever is happening to the body doesn't mean it's happening to the soul. Body could be feeling pain, sensations. It's a bundle of sensations. There are sensations in the body. There are no sensations in the soul. There is movement of the body. There is no movement in the soul. Soul is still, body is constantly moving. Body is constantly changing. Soul is not changing. Yeah. If the body has headache, it's not the headache for the soul. If body has cancer, soul does not have cancer. If body has sickness, soul does not have sickness. Soul is untouched by any thought, any sickness. So what is happening to the body, don't say I, mine, me to it. Yeah. So a lot of movement is happening. Are you experiencing? You are not moving. You are still with Baba. Then you can be in the fast movement. Have you ever heard Brahma Baba and Bab Dada saying, "Meethe meethe sikhe bachcho prati mat pata Bab Dada ka yaad par, good morning or namaste"? How fast he speaks. Have you ever heard?
Yes, sister. Yes.
How fast he speaks. But because soul behind Brahma Baba, that soul knows that I could come into sound, but nothing is happening to me. I could be moving the body and mind and mouth fast, but I am still. So then a very big deception is happening with the movement of the body. That's why Baba really wants to separate the soul from the body. They are two separate things. Don't mix the two. Why do we say that when we are during the activity, we forget? When we are speaking, we forget. Why? Because somehow we are still identified with the voice and the sound of this voice. We are still identified with the movements of the body. No matter how many times we've heard it, we are still identifying with it. Yeah. Laughter, with the expressions, with the voice, with the sound, with the thoughts, with the movements, everything grows. We are identified with so much. And Baba is saying, no, soul is separate, body is separate. Don't mix the two. Although they don't work without each other, but don't mix the two. They're two very different things altogether.
One difference we can say that soul belongs to these below आकाश, पांच तत्वों की दुनिया में. इस बॉडी बिलोंग्स टू पांच तत्वों की दुनिया में, एंड सोल बिलोंग्स टू छठा महातत्व परम धाम. मतलब दिस इज आल्सो वन डिफरेंस वी कैन से. नो.
Yeah, no, these are the differences, but we are looking at practically because soul is living with the body all the time, eternally, actually. Hardly we touch and then go, come back here. So we are eternally in the body, using the body, right? So it's important to understand whilst I'm using the body, how do I stay separate from it whilst I'm with it? Yeah. So whatever is happening to the body, it's not happening to me. Because, so sometimes they share that I was feeling so much anxiety and I was feeling so heavy-hearted. See how the anxiety and heavy-hearted is just coming in their language and I is attached to it as me. It's just body feels me. This big, bulky body feels me. Anything that happens through it, to it, me. This has become not only a language, our way of being. But Baba
It is very common. We say I am tired. It is very. I use this very many times. When I go somewhere, came home after seva, I am feeling very tired today. My whole body, like this. Still, I am not using man, mera, but I always say like this. You remember this point.
Very good. So now what can we do? I, the tireless
I am
being,
ever happy. I am ever happy with Shiv
I am
Baba.
tireless.
Body.
My
Yes.
body is feeling a change of energy. That's all. I, the being, am tireless, and see you, the light is tireless with Baba. Yeah. And Baba, the body is feeling a change of energy. That is all. Then the soul and body are separate.
Sister, we should not use the body is feeling tired. We should not use this word.
Yeah, tired itself is carrying a big baggage of connotation, of meaning, and effect of it is already there on the mind body.
So,
Just
pardon, please
change.
repeat once again. What
Change.
should we?
Sorry?
What should we say? Please repeat.
Yeah, no, it's just like using less descriptive language is very helpful because descriptions is what has really caught up the soul into believing what the mind has understood the word tired as. Soul is caught up in that descriptive meaning of it, right? Instead of I am tired, my body is tired, I am the tireless soul and I am experiencing a change and a shift in energy of my body. So that way. Yeah. Then we are really separating the soul, two separate things that Baba is saying. That soul and the body are two separate things. You now know that a soul takes a body and then sheds it. Soul imbibes sanskars, right? It is I, the being, that like a sponge. I, the being, am pure allowance. Now, whatever I shine whatever, somebody asked me, what do you mean by shine light on? You use this so often, sister. Okay, so what that means is that whatever experience I'm owning as me and mine and I. So in this moment, if my experience is, let's say, of feeling happy, yeah, My mind is feeling very happy. My body is also very fresh and not tired and feeling very healthy and energetic. And I say, I feel so happy and so energetic right now. So you've owned the experience, right? Now, if you've owned this experience as you will also own the opposite experience as you. So Baba is saying that soul imbibes sanskars. So you, the soul, imbibe God's sanskars. And what are God's sanskars? Neither are you that energy of that body, nor are you the tiredness of the body. You are the one who's experiencing both. Don't own any experience. Just disown every experience and let Baba help you see who you are. That's why Baba is doing everything. So if the body is tired, means the body is not feeling that energy, it is Baba's body. If it's feeling very energetic, it is Baba's body. It's not yours. So in real sense, you're a trustee. That's how you're imbibing Baba's sanskars as a soul. Yeah.
We are saying but not doing practically, na? That I came to know today. Yeah. We are saying Karan Karavan Har is Baba. I am Nimit doing seva, but practically I am doing as an Hindu, all doing myself. The whole thing I am taking as it is. This I am tired and I am happy today. I am feeling light. These are common words to use. 100%. I use.
No,
I
no,
use it.
just you. Many of us do. Many of us do. You know, and so these are the subtle attention. This is attention. You're living an attentive life now. And that is what Baba is asking us, that be with me, because more you're with him, this is what it means. I'm a trustee of the body. That means you don't own any experience through your body. I'm a trustee of the mind. That means you don't own any experience of the mental state of your mind. That is what it means to be a trustee. Not mind reaffirming and reiterating, I'm a trustee, I'm a trustee, I'm a trustee. Although it's better than saying something else, but it's still not what Baba is really telling us to do.
Baba tells us to be out of the mind.
Yeah.
No matter what it's saying.
Just sacrifice it first. First, sacrifice it to me. No matter what it feels, it's not you. Don't own this experience.
Yeah, today could see the soul behind the sun. He was feeling extremely low and lack of confidence because he, his body is just 19 years old getting an internship. And that feeling, not ready for this, can't do this, I'm just a student, and could see how the mind had totally trapped. And he was captivated with the thoughts of the mind and feeling low and down and incompetent, and all those things were taken over.
Yeah.
So when it was trying to tell him that, see with your mind how it's taken, it was confusing for him. He was saying, Mom, explain it better because I'm done with this. I can't. So he's like, and then as you said, we start speaking in the lighter note.
Yeah.
Then there were lighter examples of the self-experience that were showed. And at the end, and in the lighter note, when you have love and respect for the soul, they understand. And right after it was done, he said, I feel better.
Yeah.
And though there were some examples given, but it's amazing to see. And it's very true even with us also, less and less, but more for others who are not in Gyan.
Yeah.
How mind can really suck you in.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that is being a trustee of your mind is the first step, and trustee of the body. These two things you're trustee of. Only then is it possible for the tiny point to really experience being a trustee of objects outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is why Baba is saying the soul imbibes sanskars. So then don't say, I own this tiredness, I own this energy of the body and the freshness of the body mind. No, you don't own either. Anything that's temporary experience, you don't own it.
And sister, to this, to imbibe sanskar here, the thought was, not the thought here, the understanding was that Baba said in Sunday's Murli, imbibe God's sanskars.
Yeah.
Not Ravan's sanskars.
Godly. That's what we said.
Got
Imbibe
it.
Baba's sanskars. And imbibe doesn't mean that I don't have it and I have to take it. No, I'm just not wearing the clothing of old sanskars anymore as mine or me. And only with the lack of interest is it possible.
Using it less and less. Otherwise, if we keep using it all the time, then it's not going away.
No. And if you own it, even that any feeling that is changing constantly and it's coming in your mind and body, and you're saying I and mine to it, you're feeling, not saying, but you're feeling it's me and mine and I, then what will happen is unknowingly, unconsciously, you are compelled to wear that costume. You're obliged to wear it. And that is why don't own any experience of mind and body, just not yours. You're just a living light. That is all who you are, just a light. Prior to every change of every experience, you are before it. And in you, the tiny point, all these are just nothing but experiences of different sanskars. Deity sanskars, Shudra sanskars, Brahmin sanskars, all these sanskars are recorded in you. And now you, the soul, imbibe means you wear the costume of Baba's sanskars. Otherwise, you'll be obliged to wear that which is popping up, bubbling up again and again and again and again. That is why you have to live life of attention. I mean, that's the natural nature of the soul. And it's not that I have to, it is a joy to live life like that, because those who live really an introspective life and not getting caught up in the mind's and the body's ever-changing phenomenon and experiences, it's a very beautiful, joyous life. You live, I mean, what is soul suffering today? Nothing else but believing itself to be such a narrow, limited personality. That is the suffering. Right?
Sister, can you explain the photographs you put on the screen? Yeah, later you will tell.
Yeah, sure. I can do it now. With the blessing, I can share that. But just wanted to read and then we will do that also. So Baba is saying that in the golden age, we souls were pure and punya atma. Means I, the soul, was wearing the costume of Baba's sanskars in golden age, right? And the Supreme Soul is now teaching you, the soul, the knowledge that he has. None of you should think that you are helping Shiv Baba. No, Shiv Baba himself is helping you. Oh, but he's the bestower. Whatever you do, you are doing it for yourself. If you stay in remembrance, your sins will be absolved. If you remember heaven, you will go to heaven. And remembering heaven means I, the soul with Baba, knowing my eternal reality, the way it is beyond this entire story within me. So I am the seed, and within me, the seed, there is this entire experiences of variety of sanskars. Within me, the seed. And I, the being, am very aware of it with Baba. then I know that, okay, first I know this bodiless being that I am, absolutely bodiless. And Baba is now saying that you are doing it for yourself. You stay in my remembrance. When I'm with Baba, I'm seeing all these sanskars separate from me and the body too. Right? Then Baba is saying, if you remember heaven, heaven means to know the way Baba is experiencing all relationships. Baba is showing me, see child, how your mind is always going into interpretations. See how your mind is always projecting something, right? I will give you a very simple example. Somebody called up this one and they were sharing and very honestly, and they were very aware, and they were sharing that we are two Brahmins and we have so much attachment towards each other. They're very best of friends. But they're very aware and they want to be out of it. Yeah? So that is why they called up and they want to be out of it. And when they shared, I could see that my mind that has a habit of interpreting. Yeah? As soon as the call was hung up, my mind was in interpretation. You tried to now separate them. Now they will feel, because they were saying sometimes in between the conversation that their head is feeling heavy. Mind sometimes say, chodo na, let it be, let it just unfold like that. Let us just be good friends, like that. And I was with Baba and I was like, Baba was really explaining to them that you are separating each other from God. You're creating a distance between you and God. Not only is this true love? When you are becoming nimit for each other, to be separating each other from and creating a distance between you and God. And that other one also, you're becoming nimit to separate them from God. Is it helping anybody? So I was like playing that part. But then the habituated mind, later, what does it say? It goes into interpretation, right? For less than a second it did, because the soul is aware, so the soul is not getting caught up in it. Moment it starts to speak, I, the being, am seeing it with Baba. And I know this is how we create heaven. Because it started saying, they will not like you. Because you tried to separate them. They will not like you. Just itna bola mind ne. And the being could see with Baba, the heavenly being with the heavenly Father could see that the real heavenly relationships that we have. And Baba is showing me that, see, these two souls are also sitting with me, right? I mean, you're seeing the eternal scene with Baba. These two souls are sitting with me and they're saying thank you to Baba. See, there's somewhere they even showed you that your mind had somewhere, I did something. That is why it was creating that fear also. Yeah. But you did nothing. It was me who was doing it. So I'm showing you, right, that, see, they are thanking Baba for it. Because Baba did it. Baba wants his children to be close to him, not to the imaginary characters in the story. So do you see how doership comes subtly and it comes in the form of fear with it? Yeah. And they're thanking Baba for it. Immediately the doership ended, the fear ended. It was just merged right there and then within a second. It's just that you see, it's just interpretations and the way the mind speaks. Yeah. So that's why Baba is saying that these are the sanskaras that are coming up. These are nothing but sanskaras. These parts are nothing but each part is just a package of sanskar. Can you see, Indu? Each package
Yes, sister.
Yeah. This is a sanskar package. This package emerged, I played this part. This package emerged, I wore this package of this sanskars and I played this part as a pilot. I was a pilot. I lived as a pilot. I breathed as a pilot. I knew myself as a pilot, and that's okay. Then when this package of sanskars unfold, I lived as a black man, right? That was me, and that was my entire way of seeing and being in that moment for that lifetime.
These are different, my 84 births,
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
within the soul, these 84 parts are there.
Okay.
Yeah. So then let's say then I lived as Tina only in this lifetime. I, the soul, has this option to know that I am a soul and I am not this package of sanskars called Rini. I am a being of light. And these sanskars are coming up moment by moment in the form of interpretation, fear, projection, everything. But when I don't identify, these package of sanskars are all merging. Only at this time do I, the soul, has this option to not be these parts, but to be separate from this package of sanskars.
That is why Baba says that Sangam Yuga is very diametrical, na? Matlab
Yes.
we are getting
Most
don't get
crucial.
the meaning inside what is deep
Exactly.
meaning, na?
Exactly. That is what it is. That's why it's the most important time in the cycle for the timeless being. Because all other times we are living, even as a deity, I am a deity at that time. I don't know me because soul and deity is the same thing. That's why you don't know yourself as a deity there. I don't know myself as a pilot here. I am a pilot. I am a deity. I am a black man. I am a handicapped child. I am Tina. Now I know I am a soul. I'm not Rini. I'm not the package of these sanskars. Yeah? That is what Baba is teaching us. Yeah? So Baba is saying, instead of blessing yourself, you give yourself bad wishes and you are then cursed. Nobody else curses you. You, the soul, when you believe yourself to be this experience that is a recording within you, the soul, it's just an experience of sanskars within you. When you own it up to be me, you're cursing yourself. So if I had owned up that thought of fear, then somewhere I would have owned up being a doer of that action also, that I was trying to bring them close to God. Yeah? I do nothing. And that's why with the blessing we will finish. And that's why Baba said, die alive. No matter how difficult some service may be, surrender that service with your intellect to the Father. Do not have any consciousness of mind and think, I did this, but did not have any success. It is the Father's service, and so He will definitely do it. It's Baba's seva to help his children to know that they have come close to him, not to each other as a body. I was just used as a nimit for a mouth. But who did it all? Baba. Then who's creating fear? This identity package of
Either
sanskar.
mind is creating fear,
Yeah,
no?
this package of sanskar is just coming up, bubbling up.
Because I also feel lot of fear when I am moving in the car. I always have this type of thought, another car is coming and we got accident, and whenever I go some flyover beyond it, the flyover will go thrown on the top of the car. I mostly have this type
Yeah.
of thought.
Yeah. So
I
when thought comes,
fear.
understand it's just a package of sanskar, right? That is coming up. Immediately see Baba, look towards Baba immediately. Instead of staying there with the thought, look at Baba as a soul that you are. You, the soul, don't shine light on that thought as you, but immediately turn your light towards Baba. And see, do you ever die? No. You're immortal, imperishable. And drama is fixed. Whatever has to happen to the body will happen right there at that time. Nobody can change that. True? So you can see those thoughts as just simply an experience coming, arising, and then whenever it has to go, it will go. Don't meddle with it. You stay combined with Baba and look at the truth. Yeah? That is how you merge all the sanskars just by being who you are. And Baba is the doer. Yeah? So keep Father in front of you and you will constantly remain carefree and also be successful. Means happiness you will feel of being conscious as a soul. That's the success. Not success outside, success of being a soul. Today you have so many students, tomorrow you have nobody, and you will still be happy. Right? And this one has seen there is always just a momentary glory for everybody. If glory comes to you, understand it's momentary. It's not there forever to your part. So don't get attached to it. Ever. It's all momentary. Just know Baba is the doer and you are just his instrument. You are entering every scene for self-service, not for serving others. That is Baba's task. You are entering. Then doesn't matter, no, 4 students ho ya 4,000 ho, mujhe kya fark padta hai? Does it matter? After that, no. या 0 भी हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You are happy just being who you are with Baba. This is such a big, this one has found a big relief in the field of seva. Self-service. I'm not serving others.
It is the biggest seva we can do. Only if we are always this with combined with Baba, that is only service. No more service is
No
needed.
more service needed.
Because the vritti will change, the Vayumandal automatically it will change everything. Baba will do anything. Baba wants me to use me, but we are not free at all with our mind and body. We are always busy in mind and body thinking this and this and this. Baba have no body. He wants to use my body.
Yeah.
But he fail in that.
No. You don't fail. It's just that now we just need to stay more awake. See, you are succeeding, no?
Baba failed to use it.
Baba
Now
is using. Now, it doesn't matter, body is moving. It doesn't matter. The soul never fails. See, that's the beauty. The soul can never fail. Person can succeed and a person can fail.
sorry.
Beyond success and failure. So you, the soul, can never fail. Yeah? That's the beauty. Yeah? So Baba is saying, do not ever sow seeds of weak thoughts. Means don't own them. Yeah. Without I being everything is headache. Yeah. So just let, somebody has written that. So just allow, no, don't plant. Means Baba is saying, don't give life to any weak thoughts. Yeah. Do not think that you are doing service, but that you are not receiving the Father's help, that you are perhaps not worthy. These thoughts are wasteful and put success at a distance from you. You, the soul, is forever worthy. You are beyond this experience of worthiness and unworthiness also. Because for you, even the unworthiness experience is as valid as worthiness experience. They both are temporary. Your true self-respect is beyond worthiness and unworthiness. Yeah? So more you see it like that, oh, Baba, unworthy feeling is coming because the seva did not look very successful from outside. So now the feeling of being unworthy is coming. Or Baba, seva looked so successful outside. Now the feeling of worthiness is coming, but I'm seeing both with you as a detached observer because my self-respect is from your drishti, not from whatever is the outcome of the action. Yeah?
सिस्टर, इस एक मुरली में बाबा ने बोला था, अव्यक्त वाणी में यह मुरली में आया था कि बच्चे समझते हैं हमारे 100 में से 100 नंबर जमा है, लेकिन ये नहीं पता कि 0 जमा हो रहे हैं। और बाबा को अगर अपनी सर्विस किसी और को दे देते तो तब भी पूरे नंबर आपके जमा हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि आपके नंबर कट नहीं होंगे। मतलब बाबा ने ये
में आप सर्विस दूसरों को देंगे ना, दूसरों को आगे बढ़ाएंगे ना, उसमें आपको ज्यादा नंबर मिलेंगे। क्योंकि उसमें रीनी को पूरा मरना होगा। This Rini has to die completely for that to happen. To keep others ahead. है ना?
वो तो अच्छा लगता है, इस आत्मा को अच्छा लगता है, आगे दूसरे को बढ़ाना बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
बिल्कुल। And that's one of the very beautiful qualities very few souls manifest. Yeah? That is the beauty. Very good. So we will finish it here. Anybody else wants to share something? Thank you for your contribution. That's very useful. You don't understand how important your contributions are. So really appreciate it.
If no one asking, I can ask just one small question.
Yeah.
Already. Someone, while doing in service, we are to retreat center or somewhere else, and someone mostly say thanks with name. At that moment, what should we do?
When somebody says thank you,
thanks with name also, mostly here.
Thanks, Indu, like that.
Yes, like this. Then what should our answer from the heart?
Yeah. First, the soul combines with Baba. There's nothing wrong with saying, then it has to come from truly the soul experiencing Baba as the doer. And you can even see that the ego mind may feel some commission it wants to take and feel I have done something. It may have that feeling in there. That's okay. No problem. Don't identify with that feeling. And sometimes you don't even have to say anything. Or internally, you can really feel that Baba did it because you're feeling that. And you're also seeing Maya saying, the scripted mind saying, but I'm not really, I do feel happy because they said thank you. The mind can say, I'm feeling a little happy. They said thank you. They acknowledged. Yeah, that's okay. Mind can still be feeling that way. But Baba and I were together. So thank you to Baba. And thank you to you also.
And we should reply anything or no need to reply?
It will depend. Answer will be different every time, depending on when you are combined with Baba, whatever is right will come.
That is I will start now. Today on Baba is combined and Baba will, whatever he wants,
Whatever
he will.
it's right.
Yes. Sorry. Baba,
No problem. It may be no answer. It may be some answer. It may be thank you to them also for their part.
Thanks, Baba, through
thanks
you.
To Baba and thanks to you also for your part.
Clarification is done today.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. So just a moment of silence and knowing that this silence is where we see very clearly the eternal scene has not changed one bit. We were in this scene with this action taking place, and the eternal scene is still we are beings of light with Baba. He's the supreme teacher teaching us. And we are all his godly students. And the scene will still change again. And it may not be a very Jnani scene, or it may be a Jnani scene with the Jnani souls, or it may be a very Lokik scene. Understand, Baba and I are still together, and they are all angelic beings. Souls are all eternally Jnani. Their part may be Lokik right now, but all souls are Jnani. And just pay attention behind the eyes, Baba and I together. And remember, there's another TV going on also behind the eyes. It's like you, the soul with Baba, sitting on the couch of his comfort seat of his heart. And then there's a TV of the mind also going on, and there's another scene going on in front of you. Don't worry about what's in front of your eyes. Just pay attention to Baba and I and what's happening on the screen of my mind TV, either in reaction to what is happening in front, or just creating its own reactions based on its own memory. Doesn't matter, whatever it is. Attention is on Baba and I and being aware of what's happening on the screen of the mind. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.